Let's now turn attention to Osun State, where peace seems to be returning in the crisis-torn communities of Ifon, Osun, and Ilobu in Osun State after a 24-hour curfew was imposed following the destruction of properties in the communities. Senior reporter Rafiu Hamid has details.
The destruction is massive. The usual hustle and bustle have been replaced with silence as domestic animals now roam freely, taking over homes once filled with families. More than 100 houses and shops were destroyed in both Ilobu and Osun. In addition, scores of vehicles were set ablaze in the affected communities. The popular Ilobu market, a school and a religious center were not spared. From Akpanroro in Ilobu to Kumala, Okekao and Okeila in Osun, the once thriving areas now look like ghost towns.
Some people left to other nearby towns like Oshogbo, Ilobu, Ogbomoso.
We are brothers keepers. So all I can advise our brothers here, both through this local government area, Ifon and Ilobu. So let us keep our brotherhood.
Victims of the crisis in Osun are devastated. Among them is Aladibuari, whose house has been burnt down twice due to the recurring conflict.
There is no conflict in Erin. It is Ilobu and Ifon that have issues. Suddenly, our homes were invaded and destroyed, including my properties. The governor should please come to our aid.
A decomposing body of one of the victims was found inside this burnt minibus. These elderly women have not seen their relatives since the crisis began. The few residents who remain in these communities now live in fear, calling for government intervention.
Please, come to our aid. Our homes have been destroyed, and now we are packing to move to a site.
Meanwhile, these Ilobu youths are preparing food daily for children affected by the crisis, many of whom have been left without shelter. On Monday, the state government distributed palliatives to the palaces of the crisis-torn communities for distribution to residents.
The government took the palliative to the palaces of the 3 affected communities. But you know, come to think of it, these communities are on lockdown. People are not allowed to move from one place to the other. So how are the people who are supposed to be indoors going to have access to this palliative?
Since 2006, successive administrations in the state have made several efforts to resolve the dispute, including the current administration, which recently set up a 100-man committee to address the crisis.
We want the panel to conclude the findings because they visited the areas only to finalize their report and submit. Whatever resolution comes out of that decision, that the state government should implement it so as to put permanent solutions to the problem.
If there are parties who people suspect to be, to be biased in the conflict, you try to excuse them from the conflict resolution exercise.
For now, the 3 communities remain deserted due to the curfew imposed by the Osun State government. Combined security operatives are also stationed at strategic locations in all the 3 communities to ensure there is no further breakdown of law and order. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Ilobu, Osun State.
Our senior reporter Rafiu Hamid, who has been monitoring this development, joins me now. Rafiu, what exactly is the genesis of this crisis? Bring us up to speed on that, as well as steps being taken to resolve the conflict.
All right, Abosede. It has been a recurring issue since 2006. Successive administrations, right from the administration of former Governor Laguso Yinola to Rauf Aregbesola, to former Governor Adigun Igaijola, and to the incumbent. And it's about land dispute between Ifon, Ilobu, and Osun. But the one that the latest crisis is as a result of what has been happening before now, and the victims cut across all these major these 3 communities, and government, various successive administrations have made efforts just to ensure these matters are resolved once and for all, but it has failed. recently, the incumbent governor, Ademola Adeleke, inaugurated a 100-man committee to resolve this crisis. They selected some people from Ifon, from Ilobu, and from Osun. But along the way, people from Ilobu, they withdrew from that committee, citing some reasons that they don't have confidence in that committee. But later, they rejoined. And the committee the committee members were given just 2 weeks to submit their report. But it's almost 4 weeks now, if not more than that, they are yet to submit the report. And as that one is going on, this crisis broke out. And you could see the level of destruction of houses, vehicles, loss of lives. And the most pathetic thing is the displacement of residents. Many of thousands of them have left Ifon, Ilobu, and Osun because a 24-hour curfew is enforced in that place. So it's behoves on government to come out in clear terms to do the necessary things that will ensure that peace returns to the three communities of Ifon, Ilobu, and Osun. Because as we speak, all the major roads are deserted, various houses are deserted. Nothing is working, nothing is happening in all the three communities as we speak.
Abdurrafiu Hamid, we thank you for that update. We'll be getting back to you for more updates when it's available from the Osun State.